Hello and a very warm welcome to our special segment where we talk everything crypto and blockchain and Web3 with news, views, and the latest analysis as well. Joining us today is Stefan Rust, who is CEO of Nuon Truflation and former CEO of Bitcoin.com. Stefan, always a pleasure to have you. First of all, as a classroom, what is the difference between a stable coin and a flat coin?
So basically inflation protection, right? So stablecoin has brought about stability into the mix. And what a flat coin does is it pegs that stability to your cost of living. So you will always be able to purchase your items at that set of price. So the value of a flat coin is equal to the basket of items that you purchase on a regular basis. And that is really the difference. Whereas a stable coin is pegged to the US dollar, a rupee, or whatever other national currency.
So, Stephen, even before I come to Nuon and we talk about in detail with that, and since you mentioned the dollar and the dollar index, we've seen, the supremacy of dollar index being challenged as many countries want to start trading within their currencies. The regional currencies are being supported right now, and we've seen some support of that coming for gold and cryptocurrencies. How do you see the whole shift coming in?
Yeah, it's happening, right? I mean, Raoul Pal, I think, brought it up maybe a couple of years ago already, where he said the dominance of the US dollar might be its biggest downfall, because ultimately the sanctions, the abuse, of the dominance of the dollar has really resulted into where we are today. And I think even Donald Trump went on stage yesterday and made the comment that, the dollar's going to lose, it's falling from its dominance. Global trade used to be at 80% of worldwide trade used to be dollar denominated. You're seeing now countries break away from that because the root access to your dollars is still always in the hands of the US government, which is thousands and thousands of miles away, and to a large extent, totally detached from economies and systems that are operational around the world. And unfortunately, that's leading to the demise or decline in their dominance and global trade constantly being denominated in dollars.
Stephen, I'm sure it's still some years away. The conversations have been on, and we've seen another push come in right now. How do you see the crypto as a segment react to this? We've seen a knee-jerk reaction already.
Yeah, you've seen it rise significantly. I've been in Bitcoin for over a decade, so I've got more than 11, 12 years of experience in this space. We've gone through a number of different ups and downs, different curves. Now I feel it's stronger than ever. Each time it's tested its robustness. We've had troubles, we've had problems, but we've always fixed it. And each decline has resulted into cleaning out the system, identifying those problems, and every time it gets stronger and stronger. And you're now going to see Bitcoin break through 30,000. It's itching up there. It's fighting to break through that. We've been in a bull market for the last 13, 14 months, a bear market, in crypto, not in fiat world, in the crypto world. We've been struggling through, I think, the worst year in 2022 in a long time, from values perspective and ecosystem perspective. And now I think it's proving to be an area of stability, of reliability. The inflation numbers, the printing mechanism, the interest rates that are available in Bitcoin. There are only 21 million that will be printed. Ethereum today is deflationary. It is extremely transparent. And you're seeing it actually decline in number of coins in circulation. So I think those are ultimately a sense of transparency and stability that the world is looking for in these extremely uncertain times.
All right, Stephen, let's talk about Nuon then, and the idea behind it, and what are you looking to achieve with it?
Yeah, so we were addressing exactly those three elements, right? I mean, we wanted to provide inflation protection, right? Especially in the West, we have huge inflation. In Germany, I was just up in Germany, according to government metrics, you're at 8.7%. In the UK, the government's reporting also in that same magnitude. We, on the flip side, are calculating based on modern inflation metrics, have believe that inflation is much higher than that. So how do we provide inflation protection? And Nuon is designed to provide investors with that protection against inflation and avoid the erosion of value that is experienced in traditional fiat currencies. Number one, so protect against inflation. Stability. So we wanted to provide the option where you can look for a safe haven against the volatility that you experience maybe in Bitcoin and in Ethereum. How do we manage and eliminate that volatility? So that's why we have the stable element in there. And then transparency, right? We believe that monetary authorities and coins need to be transparent. And that's why we put it on the blockchain. It's now today on the Arbitrum blockchain. And we are working with Chainlink for proof of reserves. So you can see at any point in time the amount of collateral that's there versus the amount of coins in circulation. So those are all things that we're trying to do to provide transparency, stability, whilst protecting investors against inflation.
I also want to ask you, Stefan, on how long do you think this bearishness continue in case of cryptocurrencies here? I mean, it's been a couple of years now. The last year was closed on a weaker note. I mean, this year, first quarter has been positive, but not out of the woods yet, would you say?
No, I don't think we're out of the woods yet, but I do think we're coming out of the woods. We see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I think that's a good sign. You're seeing a lot more builders in this industry. So people have been building aggressively, working very hard through the bear market. You're seeing real participants in the ecosystem. So, so people that are really committed to, or we call them TBs or true believers, really trying to make a difference and believe in the core values of having a censorship resistant, immutable, transparent source of new monetary systems. And I think the world is itching for a new system, a technology friendly system. You know, the advantages that India has, or the East in general, is they're leapfrogging into a mobile era, technology-friendly era, whereas the West is still, they might have been the first back in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, 1950s, 60s, 70s, that is, where they built out new systems, but those are now old. And the people managing those economies are equally of a certain age and resistant to technology. And what we're seeing is that the new generation and the East have adopted these new technologies and are very technology friendly. And that is going to give a significant competitive advantage to anybody building a new system, building a new currency, building new trading capabilities on these new rails that are leveraging technology to its extent possible.
Well, absolutely. And on that forward-looking point, thank you so much, Stefan, for joining us. And once again, congratulations on Nuon. And we look forward to looking more of that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I look forward to sharing more about our progress as well. Thank you for your time.